What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. I got two things that I can do right now, but I'm not going to do them because, like I said, people like to do the video flagging thing if you're not agreeing with what they're saying. Okay. I'm going to talk about Zhang and some comments he made, and I'm going to talk about right now at 11:47, 7-8 Sports is interviewing Deontay Wilder, and I'm going to tell you the bullshit that I heard. Okay, and it's not nothing new. Their behavior is always the same. Now, Zhang basically is calling out Anthony Joshua. As you know, they fought in the amateurs, and basically Anthony Joshua beat him, so he wants that rematch. Now, when he was asked about the Deontay Wilder fight, like his performance against Joseph Parker, he said similar things to what I said, which is Wilder fought the wrong style. And if you want to fight to get a knockout, why are you fighting on the back foot? Because he was depending on Parker to come in wild, careless, and hoping he can catch him with the right hand. That's why he was on the back foot. And plus, he don't know how to box and don't understand game plans, and neither does Malik Scott, which is why he went in there and did the shit he did. Okay? And in fact, if you was weak or affected by some cryo chamber and all that nonsense, wouldn't you work off your jab and try to preserve your energy and not use your legs so much? Versus all of that unnecessary extra movement and tire yourself out. And Zhang said, I don't remember what the punch stats was, but he said he think that Deontay Wilder threw 100 or a little bit less than 100 punches in the whole fight. I don't remember, but basically the whole point and that style that he fought was completely flawed. That's when you don't know what the hell you're doing. Okay? And basically, when the blind is leading the blind, what results do you think you're going to get? Okay, when he asked about Dubois, he talked about how heavy Jarell Miller was, overweight, and basically there's no way that he should have been in the ring that heavy. I feel the same way. But you know what? He came in there that heavy. It's nobody made him take that fight, but he took it. So there's no excuses about his weight. And Zhang isn't making excuses about his weight. He's just pointing out the obvious. And, Dubois did what he had to do. But like I said, see, the tricknology of what Miller was trying to do was play the whole, he's going to gas out, he's going to quit. He can't handle my pressure. But a dude 330 pounds isn't accustomed to moving constantly. He's going to huff and puff as well. So I didn't really see him beating Dubois unless Dubois fought completely stupid. And basically, Zhang was pointing out these things that he saw. Now, as far as he was asked about fighting against Parker or Dubois, and he feel like they're not ready yet. He's confident he can beat them, at least that's his words. But basically, Zhang knows that, for one, the money fight would be with AJ. So he's trying to put his name in the hat. Now, let me say this, let me get to that. And he knows that everybody's calling out AJ. You don't even hear them saying Tyson Fury. You hear them saying AJ, okay? Because they know with AJ, it's a big name and they're going to get paid well. They know if they're calling out Tyson Fury, he's going to penny pinch. And the fight will never happen unless they just take whatever he gives them. And he's going to pull that A-side shit for leverage. So, with AJ, they don't have that issue. It's like, they get paid well, they get treated fair, and so the fight can happen. AJ has his sights set on becoming 3-time world champion. Now, let me tell you what I just heard on 7-8 Sports. Deontay Wilder is being interviewed. Now it's 11:51, okay? Christmas Day. He's being interviewed right now by 7-8 Sports. For one, Deontay sounds like he either has a bad lisp. I never heard that before. Either his lip is swollen, his tongue is split, or this motherfucker got false teeth. Because he's talking and I hear this terrible lisp. And I'm like, is this really Deontay? And I'm listening to him like, whoa, okay. Now, let me tell you what 7-8 Sports is doing. Typical behavior. He said he don't like the whole the way the card was put together, he said because he felt like the fights was put together improperly based on inactivity. I heard him mention how you gonna give Jarell Miller, Dubois been active. Jarell Miller ain't fought. No, Jarell Miller just fought Lucas Brown not too long ago. So I don't know what the fuck 7-8 Sports is talking about. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. As a matter of fact, hold on. Okay, Lucas Brown. Okay, yes. Lucas Brown and Jarell Miller fought this year, a couple of months ago. According to here, April 11th. Let me see. Of 2023. So 7-8 Sports don't know what the fuck he's talking about. This dude just fought this year. You understand what I'm saying? So he's talking about due to inactivity. He said Jarell Miller ain't fought in a long time. You ain't fought in a long time. I feel like they should have put y'all in the ring together. What you mean they should have put them in the ring together? Oh, based on inactivity. Okay, so no, they fought in March 18th, 2023. Okay, so bottom line, he fought this year. Okay, bottom line. So, okay, so yeah, we could say like roughly 8 months ago. And fuck is he talking about? Okay, 7-8 Sports is saying he don't like the way the fights was put together, and that in that sense that they should have put Wilder versus Jarell Miller. Okay, according to Wilder, Jarell Miller didn't want to fight him. He claims Anthony Joshua and Hearn didn't want to fight him. 7-8 Sports is leading the conversations. He's telling Deontay what happened. He's not asking. He's telling Deontay, and Hearn and Joshua said all this shit about Wilder ain't did nothing, and saying they didn't want to fight, all this messing up. No. This dude is just pro Wilder, and he's saying a bunch of bullshit. Wilder sitting, right? So wait. When it was said that Joey DeWaco concussed Anthony Joshua, I vividly remember 7-8 Sports saying, well, so what? If that's the case, you don't take the fight then. You know what I'm saying? Once you take the fight, that's on you. You can't take the fight and then complain. Well, first off, AJ didn't complain. It was you motherfuckers talking shit about how bad he looked and he should have did this and this. He should have took the... Okay, then. Same fucking energy for Wilder. If Wilder had a problem with the fight, why did Wilder take the fight? In fact, Wilder was sitting there saying, shit, it's that old shit money. Like, fuck that. I'm ready. I'm excited, man. I can't wait. He got a multi-million dollar deal with the Saudis. Did he not say that? But now, because he lost, he's sitting up here agreeing with 7-8 Sports that he shouldn't have fought Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker was active and he wasn't. Who fucking fault was that? Okay, so Andy Ruiz was trying to get you into a fight. You didn't want to fight Andy Ruiz. But you're sitting here talking about opportunity. Well, you would have already fought if the night that Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz fought, and Wilder jumped in that fucking ring, and he basically was trying to I'm pretty sure he was sitting there like this the whole time, hoping that that Luis Ortiz won, so they could have had their third bullshit fight. That's not what happened. And why do you think he was there? That's why he was there. And basically, when they asked about him fighting Andy, well, all things line up that way, we can get on, all that. And I'm like, nah, he don't want to fight Andy Ruiz. You could hear it, his response. Say about no if things line up. No, if you want the fight, you want the fight. And then basically, he sat there and said, agreed with that shit. Instead of saying, nah, look, we warriors, man. I ain't worried about that. I didn't have to take the fight, but I did. You understand? I took the fight. I got a multi-million dollar deal. I've been ready to make this happen, and hey, it just wasn't my night. No, instead of him saying something like that, he's agreeing with him that, yeah, it should have been him versus Miller. He's saying Miller didn't want to break bread with him and didn't want to make the fight happen. Miller's saying that Wilder didn't want to fight him. They sound like a bunch of little sissies with this bullshit, man. Just back and forth banter about nothing. So my whole thing with that is 7-8 Sports is sitting there talking about AJ fought 3 times. Okay, bitch ass motherfuckers was sitting here trying to discredit Anthony Joshua for staying busy. If Anthony Joshua would have fought Joseph fucking Parker, you want to know what 7-8 Sports would be saying? He already beat Joseph Parker, so you know what I'm saying? When else is to fight Joseph Parker? He already know he could beat him. Okay, so basically what you're saying is they should have given Deontay Wilder an easy fight. Oh, for the record, they offered Jarell Miller Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora turned it down. And Derek Chisora told a story that they told him, well, if he didn't take it, they was going to give it to Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois just came off of a fucking loss to Usyk. If Anthony Joshua was giving Daniel Dubois, the first thing they're going to say is, they're going to give Anthony Joshua a fighter that should come off of a loss. Anything that happens, if AJ comes out on top, he was favored, he was given something. He didn't earn nothing. That's exactly where he would have took it to. So basically, you got a 330-pound, sloppy, fat, out of shape motherfucker who can't throw 80 punches around anymore. What makes you think Wilder would have even beat Jarell Miller the way he fought? Who knows and who cares what would have happened between them two? And what's crazy is all the shit that Jarell Miller talked, do you ever hear Wilder respond to him? Do you ever hear Wilder bring his name up? No. But it's crazy because 7-8 Sports is saying that Anthony Joshua and them be talking shit and saying this and saying that, and Wilder talk about he don't never call AJ's name. Is, you know, if he's being interviewed and he asks a question, he's talking about he don't mention his name no more than AJ mentioned his name. No, man. And you want to know what's crazy? Y'all talking, you see, this is why I don't respect this dude, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Anthony Joshua has nothing but high praise for these guys, nothing negative to say about them. But yet, they turn around and call this man's name in a negative way. They're jealous of him. They want to see him lose. And like I said, I'm pretty sure all of these Wilder minions were sitting back. Please, motherfucker, please, Waleed, knock him out. Hold up. 7-8 Sports was talking shit, okay, when Fury fought Waleed, because he cut him and he hurt him and gave him a run for his money. So all of a sudden now, ain't it funny how Waleed is trash? Ain't it funny how Charles Martin was trash when Anthony Joshua took his belt? Well, why didn't Wilder? Wilder was already champion. Wilder was there already, 5 years before Anthony Joshua? So why didn't he? Why didn't Wilder fight Klitschko? See, for all the lies and fabrication that people tell, that's why I'm needed. Because they talk rubbish. Think about this shit. Charles Martin, there was a rumor that he was going to fight Wilder. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing Charles Martin, yeah, man, it's going to be a good fight. Charles Martin, yeah, man, he's a good fighter. Wait. Y'all just said he was trash. When he lost to Anthony Joshua, you know what's pissing people off too? Because not only did Joseph Parker whoop Wilder's ass, but Anthony Joshua beat Joseph Parker 5 fucking years ago. And just like Dominic Brazil, he always get an Anthony Joshua leftover years after AJ already beat them, when they were at their best. So that being said, y'all, Wilder's still a salty guy. Wilder's delusional. He's not professional, and this guy is one of the most detached from reality dudes people I've ever seen in my life. He's sick in the head, man. I'm just being straight up. Wilder is fucked up in the head, man. Look, let me tell you something. Excuses is not going to change the outcome of what happened. But for you to feel comfortable having this man sit here and baby you like that is like, look. So who should he have fought? So Wilder should have fought. He should have been matched up with Jarell Miller because of inactivity. 7-8 Sports don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like I said, Jarell Miller just fought Lucas Brown in March. That motherfucker that had 4 fights since he's been since his suspension, and It's Wilder's fault that he hasn't been fighting. If Wilder is so requested, he's must-see TV. Everybody want to tune in when he fight because he's excited. Everybody tell him they miss him. Okay, so why is it so hard for you to get a fight, Wilder? When Andy Ruiz was calling your ass out and you sitting up here talking about he's overpricing himself, whose fucking fault is that? So when he fought Robert Helenius, let me show you how full of shit 7-8 Sports is. Wilder hadn't been in the ring for over a year. When he fought, what's his name? Robert Helenius, right? Who was his sparring partner? Well, Robert Helenius was coming off a 3-fight winning streak. Wasn't he active? So why didn't it matter? Why didn't it matter that Wilder, who done nothing but lost to Fury, was put in a title eliminator? Not against Andy Ruiz or Joseph Parker or Joe Joyce or Frank Sanchez. Nobody like that but Robert Helenius. Why was that okay? Why wasn't you saying, come on, nah, Wilder, you can do better than that? 7-8 Sports don't know what the fuck is really going on. He's just over there praising Wilder and telling Wilder what he wants to hear and being biased as fuck. Let me repeat this for those who might not have seen the previous video I just made. Anthony Joshua wants to be 3-time champion. So Anthony Joshua wants to fight for the vacant IBF. Now, initially the organization, made it known that they wanted to make Anthony Joshua versus Philip Urkovich. I, for one, felt like, nah. Because Anthony Joshua is not the number 1 contender. He's not number 2, but they had him ranked number 3. Right? So my whole thing was, I'm not about you just giving people shit. Number 1 and 2, I feel like should be the ones to fight for that. Now, it'd be one thing if number 2 was injured, couldn't fight, so okay, now we go to number 3. Okay, cool. All right, because what it looks like is a desperate attempt for the IBF to try to get a known heavyweight and in a title shot, and basically just trying to give shots out instead of somebody earning it. And y'all watch my videos. I said, nah, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. Now, since the Usyk loss, and AJ's fought Franklin, who 7-8 Sports criticized him, right? But also 7-8 Sports was one of the vocal people talking about how Franklin really beat Dillian White. Oh, yeah. He really beat Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? But they fought in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Then Dillian White's a Brit, so you know what I'm saying? They wasn't gonna go. They wasn't gonna go to the American. Okay, now all of a sudden he's shitting on Franklin, right? Here's the thing, though. 7-8 Sports is one of the people that said Joseph Parker ain't shit. Luis Ortiz is way better than Joseph Parker. Luis Ortiz is better than every fighter that Anthony Joshua ever fought. 7-8 Sports said that, along with a couple other people. But he said that. Then for him to sit here and say they gave him Wallin. Wait, let me get back to the story. So Wallin being ranked, by the IBF as number 2. Well, he's a southpaw. And like I said, look at how many people thought Wallin was going to beat Anthony Joshua. They thought he was too slick of a boxer. And the fact that Anthony Joshua didn't look too comfortable with the boxing, what he was trying to perfect, well, we seen how sharp he looked Saturday night, right? But at the same time, they didn't know he could do that. They thought we're never going to see that Anthony Joshua again, right? Okay. So, that being said, if Anthony Joshua is trash and fell off like you said, then why would Wallin not be a good fight for him? But, this is a ranking system. You can't fault any fighter for that. AJ wanted to earn his spot. I'm going to fight this southpaw. David said, I have trouble with southpaw. I'm going to fight this southpaw. I'm going to beat this southpaw. I'm going to take his spot. And then they'll have number 1 versus number 2 for the vacant IBF title. That's what that's about. That's what 7-8 Sports is not saying. See, he's just over there telling Wilder what Wilder wants to hear. And Wilder's sitting up here, sound like he ain't got no fucking front teeth, sitting there talking about how the sport ain't been fair. Okay, and he's agreeing with that shit, and I really just ain't want to hear no more at that point. Really, I stopped listening. I wasn't even looking for that shit. Videos popping up. I hit that shit to hear the excuse, to hear what was being said, and if it was just like I'm sitting there. I wasn't looking for it, but like that, and I'm sitting here. I listen, and I don't even need to hear anymore, because here's the deal. There's nothing more outrageous that they can say than what they've already did with this fucking egg weight, no glove, poison water shit and all that nonsense. I'm not shocked at all. At some point, you think maybe people will grow up and start to change their tone to where understanding, let's be fair about this. Okay, so basically, it was unfair. It was unfair that Wilder was put in there against a guy that was active in Joseph Parker, but you said Joseph Parker was trash. So why was it unfair? Wilder seemed to think he was going to knock him out in 3 rounds. Yeah, the boxing world seemed to believe Wilder. They all thought that shit. I mean, so at this point, let's look at who else fought. Well, why put anybody on that card against anybody? So they're matching this up based on what? Oh, well, he ain't been in the ring. No, here's the deal, Wilder. This is who we want to put you up against. You take the deal. This is what we paying you. You in or you out. Wilder was in. Wilder said he's doing way better with the Saudis than he was at the PBC. Did he not? So this is an offer he couldn't refuse. That's my point. A man is going to stand up. Nah, ain't no excuses, man. I accepted it. Same way how 7-8 Sports said if he was concussed because he heard the same news, then you don't take the fight then. Once you take the fight, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? If you know you was concussed, okay. So if Wilder felt like, look, man, I ain't fought in over a year, he ain't make that excuse when he fought Robert Helenius. So what you going to say? Yeah, but that's different. That was his sparring partner. Ah, right. So what you said is he was given an easier opponent. Exactly. My point. The same way they're familiar with each other. Look, Robert Helenius is a journeyman. I didn't change my tune when he fought Anthony Joshua. He's a fucking journeyman. Okay? Because he's a journeyman don't mean he can't put up some sort of a fight. But bottom line is, he's a journeyman. So Wilder, like I said, didn't turn that fight down. And Helenius was coming off of a 3-fight winning streak and was active. So ring rust had nothing to do with that. It's just that when it came to Parker, all of a sudden now, ring rust has everything to do with it. Now, y'all can talk all that shit you want, but here's the reality, bro. He accepted that fight. Anthony Joshua accepted his fight. Everybody on that card accepted their fight. How many people thought that Zhang was going to beat Joe Joyce? Joe Joyce was actually, Zhang was supposed to be a stepping stone. Like, he's going to put up a good fight, but initially, that juggernaut, that going forward style is going to be too much. Is that what happened? No. They rematch what happened. Okay? So my point, just because you think someone's going to win a fight doesn't mean that they're going to win. It takes the fight to happen. See, what you're trying to not say is they should have babied you, Wilder, and gave you the easy fight. But again, they offered Jarell Miller Derek Chisora. So all this crying that he's doing and talking about how they didn't put the fights together right, and they should have made it Parker versus AJ and listen, it doesn't make a fucking difference. You accepted the fight. You accepted the money. You didn't perform. Don't make no fucking excuses now. But then again, look at who we're talking about. So, yeah, Zhang wants to fight Anthony Joshua, and I can understand, like I said, everybody want to fight Joshua. But you don't hear anything about Wilder and his team making offers to nobody yet. They talk about deep pockets and having 50 million to offer, but turned down 120 million. All this kind of shit. Yeah. Well, this is exactly why I don't respect some of these people, man. I can't respect clowns, man. And for just sit there, Wilder saying he's a peaceful person and all that, man, every chance Wilder gets, every fucking chance. Matter of fact, wait, hold on. All right, don't worry about it. I can't find that video. So we ain't gonna get into that. But also, 7-8 Sports told Wilder that they needed to let him get in, get the 12 rounds in, get some rounds in, and then, once he does that, get back on track. Nobody will be able to beat him again. Now I'm going to hold him to that shit too. I'm going to hold Wilder to agreeing to that. No, not at all. See, that's an excuse. You see, that's why I stay on these motherfuckers' asses. Because for him, oh, not at all. So what you're trying to say is, you just had a bad night, right? But you couldn't pinpoint anything. You said you don't know what happened to you in there. You just didn't let your hands go like you were supposed to, but sometimes it be like that, you know what I mean? That's what you said. Now you go from that to allowing another grown-ass man to make excuses for why you lost. And to be honest with you, if you listen to these guys when they talk to Wilder, they're telling Wilder what happened. It's almost like, hey, look, I'm going to fucking talk. You just fucking go along with the fuck I say. I'm going to make every excuse up for you, and all you have to do is go along with it. We're going to tell you what was wrong. We're going to tell you what should have happened, what shouldn't have happened. That's what we're going to do. You know what? Hold on.
About the best. I want to say I about the top names and stuff, and that's what it's all about. That's a born champion. You understand me? It's a difference. I don't have no ill will towards none of these fighters, bro. I wish the best upon all of them, that they can make the most money as possible. Because this shit ain't gonna last forever. It can't. Nothing lasts forever. It's a blessing, but but nothing lasts forever.
Absolutely.
So I want the best because I know how tough this business is. I know what they do inside this business. And then I can rip you apart, and you can give it all you got, everything in your heart, even your life. And in the end, the scale don't weigh on your side. It ain't in your favor.
Speech.
You know how many champions we done had out here, but they look like they bums and they don't have shit. While the same people that managed and promoted them or did whatever, they rode around the Rolls Royce living in.
All right. Well, I don't even want to hear all that shit, because you know what? He's saying things like that. It's like, yeah, you telling the truth as far as that go. Yeah, this is a dog-eat-dog world. This business will chew you up and spit you out. But you still a hypocrite. You're saying you don't have any ill will. You want to see these guys make as much money as possible. But yet you turned down a $120 million guaranteed offer. And that's a fact that you did. And you came up with some fake bullshit $50 million offer and never, ever backed up anything. All you did was try to get somebody to say, yeah, well, it's true. And, we had the guy for the, at the PBC, Al Heyman. He was the one that was going to provide the $50 million. Man, there was no details, no nothing. How you going to provide details to us when you wouldn't even provide details to Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua and tell them they got 24 hours to sign the contract? No negotiations, no nothing. Just sign it or take it or leave it. The fuck out of here with that nonsense. That's goofy shit. Now, not only that, why is it that every time when you face to face with Anthony Joshua, you don't have nothing tough to say? But as soon as you get on a camera with somebody else and Anthony Joshua's nowhere to be found, he's scared of you, he ducked you, he don't want to fight you. I could see fear in him. When he was next to me, he was terrified. All of this shit that's in your head. Because everybody that watched the same shit looked like, what the fuck is he talking about? You sitting there talking, smiling, trying to be friendly, but yet you talk shit about everybody when they're not face to face. But then you talking about how this ain't gonna last forever. True. Then you see people, they look bummed, they look bummy, they look homeless. Yeah, true. But guess what? Your action still has nothing to do. All that shit you saying, your actions don't explain none of that. It doesn't make any. It has nothing to do with the reality of you say one thing and then you do something else, and then you're saying that you want all these guys to make all this money. Well, how you want to see people make as much money as possible And you sitting here telling Andy Ruiz he's overpricing himself. Another former champion just like you. But yet, he's overpricing himself. So if you want you want people to make as much money as possible, you should understand, hey, look, this dude was a champion just like me. You know, and Andy Ruiz said on camera, Wilder's a fucking lie. I ain't never asked for no 25 million. I never asked, I didn't ask for any amount. He said we didn't even get that far. I'm saying I want to fight. Deontay don't want to fight me. So when you saying all of that, and you talk about how the business would do this, yeah, see, because we can all agree to that. But we're talking about your antics and the words that come out of your mouth, your actions towards other people. If you are going to sit here and say everybody ducked you, nobody wanted to fight you, all this shit that you talking about, and we could have did this and we could have did that, man, you act like you made all the perfect steps in boxing. Everybody else in boxing is just a fuck up. You just somehow you're the golden child. Yet nothing worked for you the way you wanted it to. Because when you listen to this man talk, when you was making like $1.5 million, and they offered you, what was the first offer that they made on Wilder? $7 million. And you was making like $1.5 million. Then they offered you $12 million. And you call that a lowball offer. And then you, 7-8 Sports and all these people said the reason why they offered you that is because they knew it was a lowball offer. How the fuck is it a lowball offer when the most you ever made in the fight at that point was $1.5 million? And they're offering you 7. Then that shit went from 7 to 12. Then the zone said, fuck that, 120. And that wasn't even good enough for you. And I guarantee you, none of y'all made $120 million Saturday night. So my point, you did all of that, you said all of that shit, but none of these people that sit there and put their nose up your ass seem to remember none of this shit, none of these facts. So when you got people jump on their platforms and they fucking telling lies to people listening, come on, man, y'all full of shit. And again, all I ever hear Anthony Joshua do is try to uplift people. No matter how much shit they talk about him, he never really dives in and really engage in that shit. And y'all call that fear. Yet he went in there and beat the confidence out of Otto Wallin. And Wilder got destroyed by a guy that Anthony Joshua beat 5 years ago. And convincingly. And on top of that, took his belt. Was collecting belts while you walking around here doing nothing. But walking around that long ass trench coat on with that green belt over your shoulder talking shit. That's all you was doing. And when you and Fury tried to freeze AJ out, see, why 7-8 ain't bringing that shit up? Why Wilder's not bringing that up? Why the fact none of them motherfuckers don't bring it up? No, you and Fury thought you was going to push AJ out. Y'all was going to fight, then Fury stabbed you in the back. You stabbed him in the back. Y'all made a bunch of accusations. You and Fury two weirdos. Y'all deserve each other. See, y'all don't bring that kind of shit up. Y'all tried to freeze AJ out. You sent the fucking text to Dillian White telling him you would freeze him out for 2 years. But yet, you never got the opportunities. Come on, man. You didn't want to fight Dillian White. You turned the fight down with Dillian White. But yet, you don't get opportunities. You turned the fight down with Andy Ruiz. But yet, you don't get opportunities. You turned down $120 million to fight AJ twice. And fight Dominic Brazil. Well, you wanted him fighting Dominic Brazil. But you didn't fight AJ. You understand? You are the reason that those fights didn't happen. And these are fucking facts. This is not no fucking, I'm thinking it's that. No, your own words, Shelly Finkel's own words. You are the reason that those fights didn't happen. It's as simple as this, right? If I said, Deontay, I want to fight your punk ass. And I don't give a fuck if it's for a belt. I don't care if it's in Las Vegas. I don't care if it's in Saudi. I don't care if it's in the Prudential Center. I want to fight you. You draw up a contract. Don't give me no crumbs, but you draw up a contract. And we'll make this shit. If you really want this fight, I'm telling you, I want to fuck you up. And you come with some bullshit talking about you make me an offer. No. You make the offer and make it a legit offer. Plain and simple. You put yourself in my shoes. What percentage would you want? So you give me what you would want me to give you. Reverse the roles now. You come talking about you want to give me less than what I want, or you want to try to beat around the bush and try to do something that you know I'm not going to take the fight for. Okay, so check this out, Wilder. I tell you what. Give me 1.5 million. Fuck 5 million. Give me 1.5. Just 1 point. I'm going to fuck you up. Let's make it a 2-fight deal. Because after I fuck you up the first time, I'm going to fuck you up some more. Now, second fight, I want 5. Somehow that's a problem too? Then you don't want to fight. But no, what will you do? Don't say nothing face to face for me, but jump on a video and make some cryptic ass message and sitting there with your nephews and talking shit into a camera about how you don't want this, you know, you say anybody can get this blessing from God, anybody can get it. All you gotta do, sign that contract. No, Wilder, see, that's your words, but motherfucker, you don't want to pay me. I'm not fighting you for free, motherfucker. That's the case, let's just meet up in the fucking street then. We don't need no camera, no nothing. When everybody see you walking around with your jaw broke, your eye all fucked up, your mouth all, yeah. You can lie and tell them whatever happened then, or I got jumped by 20 people. You understand what I'm saying? So, getting in front of a camera talking shit is not making an offer. We watched you sit here and turn down Andy Ruiz on camera. You thought you was embarrassing him, but no, you exposed you for being a fraud. You didn't want the fight. You are the one that turned these fucking fights down, but you keep crying about not getting a fucking fair shake, and your stock didn't rise until you fought Fury them 3 times. That's when your stock rised. And all before that, 1.5 million, 2.5 million, that's what you was getting. Somebody offer you 7 and then 12, but your ego tell you, I'm a bigger star than he is. No. Here's a man walking around with 3 belts to your 1. And your claim back then was, everybody know the only belt that matters, that green belt. This is the most prestigious one. All the greats had this belt right here. Them other belts don't mean nothing. That was your words. Your own receipts is right here on this very little computer. Your words. See, when a person don't want something, and I've been telling you guys this, they talk as if it's no reason for us to fight because I'll beat this guy. And that's what your minions go by. And to show you how much of a loser your minions are, let's be real. The fact of the matter is, they was hoping that Otto Wallin was to beat Anthony Joshua because they don't really want to see y'all fight because they're not so that you can actually beat him. And for the people that do want to see you fight Anthony Joshua, well, not anymore. They wanted it when they felt like he was at his weakest point. So when you knocked out Helenius, they had the adrenaline rush. And after on Saturday night, it's like, oh shit. Nah, this motherfucker look like he's back. And what do? Go get your ass stomped out by an Anthony Joshua leftover that he defeated. So now you got all these people, you know, trying to get interviews, exclusives with you so they can let everybody know what really happened. Yeah, we know what really happened. You got your ass kicked. That's what really happened. So, you know, I don't give a fuck. People could think I'm attacking him or whoever. I really don't give a shit. I do what I want to do. But what I do, I speak facts. And I'll pull up receipts. That's what I was trying to find. I was trying to find a video of him in the car talking shit. And it was like, all right, don't worry about it. Y'all know how I roll, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I've never seen such crying, whiny bitches in my life, man. This dude lose a fight and his fucking minions fucking... These motherfuckers can't have wives. I really can't. I can't see these motherfuckers like married. I think like if they have a female in their life, it must be some little young girl or some submissive chick that they can just boss around, because that is some bitchy shit that y'all do. This man lose a fight, and it's every excuse in the book as to why he lost. But y'all can't just say the better man won and it wasn't Wilder. So when you sit back and go, ain't no way in hell Joseph Parker could beat no damn Wilder. Y'all said the same shit about Fury. Ain't no way in hell Fury could beat him. So, now it makes sense how he beat him. He cheated. We got proof. Well, it's hard to, convince people when you ain't got no proof. Why'd you say you had proof? Yeah, you got to remind people this shit because you got to understand what type of mindset you're dealing with. I strongly believe that he does have mental health issues, Deontay Wilder. His minions have health issues. Also, that guy, I forget his name, that said he feel like Deontay Wilder is suffering from depression. I believe that shit too. And if you listen to Wilder talk, that's why when you notice when Wilder talk, he never makes sense. You ask this motherfucker one question, and by the time Wilder finished talking, you forgot what the fuck the question was. And he just starts monologuing and starts talking about shit that has nothing to do with what you just said. But at the same time, Wilder act like when it comes to boxing, like the rules for him is different from everybody else. And that's how his minions act. They try to put that battery in his back to go through like he's some renegade. It's just him against the world. Well, listen, man, you chose that bum-ass trainer in Malik Scott. You chose that shit. Because he's a yes man. You can't handle a trainer that's going to be on your ass, that's going to make sure that you're giving it your best. Here's the reality, y'all. We can talk about what Deontay Wilder need to do different all day. But at 38 years old, he's not going to change. He's not going to change. At 38 years old, Joe Joyce is out here wrecking shit. At 40 years old, Zhang Zhang is out here wrecking shit. No, but you motherfuckers want to see him bring his age up now all of a sudden. Y'all want to see him talk about inactivity and all this other shit. Nah, like I said in the previous video, if Deontay Wilder had to knock Joseph Parker out, even if the fight would have went exactly how it did, with the exception of all of a sudden, bow, nowhere, right hand, Parker goes to sleep, whatever, guess what? That's a testament to his greatness. Great fighters throughout time, throughout history have done that. You can outbox them, but eventually they're going to land that right hand. They felt the same way about Mike Tyson. Remember, first punch he threw at Holyfield in that first fight kind of knocked Holyfield off balance. Well, somewhere around the 8th round, I think it was, or whatever round it was, I remember one of the commentators said, no matter what happens from here on, you're looking at a sports legend in a purple trunks. Talking about Holyfield. Why? Holyfield was tearing Mike's ass up, and nobody expected that. And all of a sudden, they just, because you know what they felt like? Yeah, eventually, somewhere in this fight, Mike going to catch him, and it's going to be over. And when Mike did catch him, Holyfield ate that shit. And Holyfield tore his ass up. Holyfield stopped him. And you know what happened? Excuses. Oh, man, it was because of this, it was because of that. Oh, he waited for Mike to get old. No, he didn't wait for Mike to get old. Mike went to prison. And before he went to prison, he got his ass whooped by Buster Douglas. And Holyfield was sitting right there in Japan in the crowd and was looking disappointed because he wanted that fight. If they'd have fought back there, he'd have beat him. Yeah, let y'all tell it. Let y'all tell it. Well, the reality is we don't have to use our imagination. They fought when they fought. And guess what? Holyfield is 4 fucking years older than Mike Tyson. Oh, but Tyson came from jail. Yeah, and had a couple of bullshit warm-up fights, right? He fought that McNeely guy. He fought Buster Matthews Jr. and who else? Somebody. I think he had 2 or 3 fights. And then I remember Holyfield fighting Bobby Ches, and Holyfield didn't look too impressive in that fight. And I remember the commentators going, somewhere Mike Tyson is watching this fight, licking his chops going, I want this fight. Give me this guy right there. See, everybody thought Holyfield was going to lose. And all you heard was how Mike was going to do this and that. And after Mike lost, all you heard was the excuses about, well, Holyfield's been out here fighting, you know, guys like Bowen, Foreigner. Yeah, which is true. But bottom line is, nobody was saying that before the fight. They all thought Holyfield, Bo, anybody that was holding the belt was only because Mike wasn't there. So my point is, Mike Tyson fans was the same way with the fucking excuses. All the bullshit excuses, why he lost instead of, yo, man, he lost because Holyfield was just a better fighter. Fuck it. Rematch, he bites the man not once but twice and lie about headbutts. And to this very fucking day, like I said, that's a fight I sit down and watch, and I say, you said he was headbutting? All right, sit the fuck right here. We gonna watch this. We gonna bet some money on this. I'll bet anybody. Any of you motherfuckers. Show me. We gonna count the headbutts. And again, remember when he bit him. Remember when he was in the corner. Holyfield in Mills Lane. You know, Tyson crying, whining like a little bitch, whining. And he's talking about, he's headbutting me. And Mills Lane pointed right in Mike's face and said, bullshit. And I'm like, thank you. Because that motherfucker was not headbutting you. And he even, Mills Lane, even explained afterwards, Mike was the one initiating the headbutts and that it wasn't intentional on Holyfield. Holyfield turns his head, he ducks his chin down. You know, you see a lot of fighters do that shit. First of all, if I'm 6'2", 6'3", and I'm fighting somebody 5'11", me doing this, your head is going to my eye, my jaw. You understand how the fuck I'm going to headbutt a short motherfucker? And I'm standing up, all I'm doing is doing this to tuck my chin. So, all of that. No, you didn't snap because, oh, this motherfucker's trying to take my life like that shit you did. So, well, look at my eye, man. I gotta go home. My kid's gonna be scared of me. Remember the excuses Mike was making? Nah, you bit him because you was getting your ass whooped. You knew you couldn't win, and you wanted an easy way out. That way your fans gonna say, well, Mike didn't lose, man. Well, he snapped because Holyfield was headbutt. Because whatever you say, it's golden. You see the effect Mike still have on people. So bottom line, what I'm saying is, Holyfield was just the better fighter. It's as simple as that. And for people to say a man 4 years older than somebody waited for the younger man to get old is just completely stupid. The same way people was talking shit about Floyd waited for Pacquiao to get old. No, we know Floyd sent the contract to him. He said it right in front of Pacquiao's face. Right before he went to jail. Nah, but I don't want to take needle against my religion and all, a bunch of goofy shit. I'm 2 full fucking years older than him, but I waited for him to get old. I mean, all the stupid excuses, and this is no different, y'all. Same shit. They can't just say, yo, man, look, tip my hat to Joseph Parker. He did what he had to do. He won the fight. It's on me to go back and do what I have to do. So now, I'm going to hold 7-8 Sports, and I'm going to hold Deontay Wilder to their own words. He said Wilder, once he get back in, get the 12 rounds in, he going to get right back to what he was. And you know what he said? No one of these guys is going to be able to beat you. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. He agrees. Okay, so cool. So you're going to continue to fight, right? Now you got 12 rounds in. Now, get your skinny ass in the fucking ring. Get back in the fucking gym. Stop fucking taking a year off. So, because every time, that's what your excuse is going to be. Why? You're going to be in the ring again at 39, right? They're already making age excuses. So when they realize, okay, so he's not retiring, he's going to continue to fight, well, we got to stop using the age excuse as of now because he might look good in the next fight. So what they going to do in the next fight? Give him an easy fight to try to, yell those famous words, Deontay Wilder is back bullshit? See, Deontay Wilder, looking the way he did, when he fights another skilled guy, he can try to let his hands go as much as he possibly can. But with his lack of technique and the fact that all he has is that right hand. Yeah, I know he's going through the motions right now, but when he get back in that fucking ring with someone, he's going to feel. He's going to see, nah, I just can't fucking box. Michael Moore told him the same thing. Ray Mercer told him the same thing. Homie, you gotta learn how to box, homie. Oh, but they was all haters. Yeah, I know. Everybody's a hater when they don't agree with what you say or do. But here's the thing, other thing. You see, in the video where he talk about he's a man of peace and how he want to go home to his babies, he missed them, he can't wait. Well, of all people, you know why he does videos of guys like 7-8 Sports and people like them? Because they tell him what he wants to hear. And they're not going to say anything that's going to expose his bullshit. So he feels comfortable sitting up talking to those guys. And that's all good. But understand something. When you get in that ring to fight, 7-8 Sports can't protect you. Dante's Boxing Nations can't protect you. For nobody. They can't protect you. All they can do is make excuses for you like they're going to. And pretty much, if it was a ring rush situation, well, you just went in there and got 10 4 rounds and 12 4 rounds. Yeah, 12 4 rounds in, 12 4 rounds. Yeah, 12 4 rounds in, 12 4 rounds in, right? So, stay active. When you get in that ring to fight, 7-8 Sports can't protect you. Dante's Boxing Nations can't protect you. For nobody. They can't protect you. All they can do is make excuses for you like they're going to. And pretty much, if it was a ring rush situation, well, you just went in there and got 10 4 rounds and 12 4 rounds in, right? So stay active. Now, remember this. This is Christmas Day. Stay active. Because it's on you if your ass stay out the ring and don't keep fighting. That's on you. You can't blame nobody but you. Because you always making it seem like you just can't get a fight. Well, you got a multi-deal with the Saudis. If you haven't blown it by going there underperforming like that, well, on your next card, so what they supposed to do in the next fight, huh? What you want, 7-8? What you want them to give them an easy fight? Try to get them back in the mix by giving them an easy fight? Nah, the hardest punch in heavyweight history, right? Huh? The second best heavyweight in the division, right? Yeah, okay. Right, well, act like it then. Act like it. You know, Dillian White ain't worth a shit no more. Fight him. You know, stay active. See, no, I know what Wilder thought was going to happen was that he was going to. He thought he was some big star. He thought his star power was going to get him a fight with Usyk. And that's what him and Malik Scott was talking about. Ain't it funny how when it was, when his name came about Usyk, they wasn't talking about AJ no more, right? So basically, AJ supposed to sit back and just wait by the phone for a call from Team Wilder or something. Let them call the shots. No, AJ's career is not defined by no one particular fighter. So for him to want to go after the IBF, which is something else he said, they already make that as an excuse to not fight me, but they won't go for a belt. What the fuck, bro? Your bitch ass just sat here and said, you know, that fighting for Undisputed meant everything to you. After you was the one that shot Undisputed down back in the day and said the only belt that mattered was that green belt. So you had no intentions on trying to become Undisputed, which is why you never fought Charles Martin. Simple. Simple. You could have had that fight. So for him to say all of that and then turn around and say, well, they going after the IBF title and they're going to use that as an excuse to not fight me, and it could have been me and AJ. Okay, what difference would it make if it would have been you and AJ if inactivity is a fucking issue? Because AJ fought 3 fucking times, just like Joseph Parker, stupid. And that would have been your fucking excuse. You know why they made see, the reason why they made the fight AJ versus Wilder is because they know that Wilder, you know, ain't fought in a whole year and AJ been active. See, you would have made the same stupid ass excuse. The same stupid ass excuse. And when you were active, the only motherfucker you fought was Fury. That's it. So now, when you want to sit back and think about it, right? Deontay Wilder saying that he should have, 7-8 Sports saying that they should have gave Deontay Wilder a fight based on inactivity. Well, what about the rest of the fucking card? Fuck everybody else, right? Just Wilder, because you only care about Wilder. You see what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is, if Anthony Joshua is such a pussy, he's so mentally weak and he's so broken, well, why did he win his fight in stunning fashion? You wouldn't have got your ass whooped by a guy that y'all said was trash. Got to bring these points out, y'all. This is their own words. So the fact of the matter is, you had no interest in fighting against Charles Martin or anybody else that had a belt. You basically praised the Saudis. You said that Saudi Arabia is like your second home, the love that you got. So all of a sudden, but wait, you love a place, you love a country, you love people. You love people from the organization that's been giving you so much love, but somehow they played favoritism towards Anthony Joshua. See, you are ungrateful motherfucker. And you got these little fucking bullshit channels pumping your head up, putting stupid shit in, and you sit there and soak it in because, like I said, you rather people think you was cheated or treated unfair. You didn't lose because the other guy was better. You was just distracted or some other goofy shit. You talking, and here's the crazy part. Anthony Joshua, smart enough to stick to, I'm focused on Otto Ali. What have I been saying in the past couple of videos? You and Big Mouth Jarell Miller talking about Anthony Joshua every chance y'all get. You are the ones too stupid to say, hey, look, I'm not fighting AJ. I'm fighting Joseph Parker. That's who I'm focused on. Let's talk about that fight. That's who I'm training for. No, like a dumbass, you out here worried about trying to impress these cameras and trying to build your fucking profile off AJ's name like you've been doing your whole fucking career ever since AJ came into the picture. So, you know, all of this fucking talking doesn't do anything. And I'm telling y'all what's going to happen. when he get in there with another top guy, he's going to get knocked the fuck out. He's going to get beat the fuck up. 7-8 Sports is going to be making more excuses. He's going to be right back on there making more excuses. He's going to be right along accepting those excuses, and it's not going to change what happens. This is why people want to see Wilder get knocked the fuck out, because he go in the ring, and it's like, okay, you anticipating the right hand, whatever, okay, and all this shit stemming with him and Fury. Okay, he managed to drop Fury drop him. Okay, Fury wins though. But bottom line is what? Then he gets back on the camera somewhere and just start talking a whole lot of nonsense. And it's like, man, you know what? I can't with this guy. You even when you want to see a motherfucker win, but they so full of themselves and just can't say, yo, you know what? I lost. And just leave it at that. So, out of everything that I heard, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Anthony Joshua and Zhang. And remember, Zhang was the first thing that they came up with, but people were like, oh man, fucking Zhang. 7-8 Sports was one of the first ones. Talking that shit. Oh man, fucking Zilly Zhang. Fucking nobody even know that motherfucker, isn't it? Yeah, right? And all of a sudden, Zhang destroys Joyce. Now all of a sudden, oh, okay, but then he does it twice. Because remember the first time, it was a fluke. Joyce just wasn't right. Yeah, okay. Who said that Joyce was going to lose? Got receipts. Got receipts. You got to understand something about one-dimensional people, man. Okay? Not only do they not have a plan B or plan C, most of them don't even have a plan fucking A. But they don't feel the need to have a plan B, a plan C, because they think what they have is just too much. And that's why they go through their career so poor. You heard Derek Chisora one time. I mean, he was being interviewed and he was telling this female interviewer, I need to learn how to box, man. She's like, no, but you're a good boxer. He says, nah, I'm not a good boxer. I'm a fighter. I can't box for shit, man. I'm a fighter, man. I need to learn how to box. He said that. What does that tell you? Derek Chisora was content with what he was doing. But Derek Chisora knows deep down, like he always said, I come to fight, yeah, but you take a lot of unnecessary punishment in doing that. So at least now you see Derek Chisora. I haven't seen him messing around interviewing people. I'm like, yeah, maybe he'll be good for that. You know, let him have some revenue coming in still. He still can make money. You don't have to necessarily be in the ring. I don't really care to see Derek Chisora in the ring anymore because he's just past his prime, and it's just like he's going to go in and take unnecessary punishment for some more money. But pretty much, you know, like I said, that was the choice that they had for Jarell Miller initially. But listening to this clown talking, he's over here running his mouth talking about shit that he doesn't even know what he's talking about, man. So, anyways, yeah, I'm on top of this shit, y'all. Like I said, I got a little mini vacation during the holidays, so I'm be on top of this shit as long as I can. And you know, when I go back, y'all know how I do, man. You know, when I can, I can. When I can, I can't. But you know, right now, this is kind of funny to me, man, because I'm hearing all of this goofy shit going on, and it's like, don't people realize you can just type the search in, pull the video up, and show the receipts to everybody? And this is why I don't mess with these clowns, man, because they show favoritism, they talk all this shit. And you know, somebody made this comment, and I agree with it, but at the same time, I don't like it from the angle it's coming from. Initially, overall, somebody in the comment section said AJ got a whole country behind him, and the problem with us is us black Americans don't stick together. Nah, blacks don't really stick together. See, but my whole thing is, it's not, when you say black Americans, see, this is my thing, and let me address that shit. My family's mixed. So for me to have Jamaicans, Haitians, Ecuadorians, Dominicans, yeah, in my family, and then got a motherfucker trying to tell me, so if I'm walking my little curly haired Dominican niece to school, yeah, I'm supposed to not protect her and love and cherish her because, oh well, she's not exactly black. Fuck you. Deontay, this dude is living out in the Philippines, married to a Philippine woman, right? Or dating a okay, he ain't even dating a black woman, and they always talking this black shit. So I'm just saying, right? For me, when you talk, I treat everybody the same. So my thing is, when you start talking this, black people don't this, black people don't that, first of all, you guys seem to forget. Anthony Joshua said something that people took way out of context when he was talking about don't support people that you feel is your oppressor. You know, if you feel like people you see and feel, you know, like racism being stemmed, that you only support who support you. Even Tyson Fury took a dig. Oh, if I'd have said that, I'd have been pro. Why the fuck would you put yourself in a fucking position, you bald-head bitch? Nobody was talking to you. That was my whole thing with that. Anthony Joshua's not telling you to be. First of all, bottom line is, I don't care where the fuck you're from. There's racism when it comes to white and black people, black and black people, brown and black people. There's always some kind of, they're not like us type of shit. So my thing is, I don't get caught up into that bullshit. My mother's dark skin, my father's light skin. My family's mixed. I love everybody in my family. My soon-to-be daughter-in-law is Dominican. So what in the fuck am I going to be sitting here talking about? Oh, man, they're not like... No. And I never told my sons, go out and make sure you marry somebody the same exact nationality. Nah. How many motherfuckers you date the same nationality as you shit on you? Treat you like shit. And then you got people saying, well, if I'm going to get cheated on, I'd rather get cheated on by somebody of my own nationality. That's because you a stupid, backwards jackass. I wouldn't want to be cheated on by anyone. I wouldn't want to be mistreated by anyone. Stupid. So I don't get caught up in that. Now, do I stick up for black people? And I see the racism, the hatred, all that toward, yeah. I spoke up when you bitch-ass motherfuckers was quiet. Yeah, trying to play neutral, depending on who's involved, right? Nah, I don't do that. So when I see an injustice and I attack that shit, I attack it from the angle that it's being presented. I know who the fuck I am, but I don't walk around here worrying about nationality and where you from and who, whatever. You show me love, I show you love, and that's how it go. So I watch who's around me, who's in my circle. That's why I don't hang out with scumbags. So I'm not in the position that y'all motherfuckers in. That's why y'all always jumping on the fucking camera talking about race and this and that and blah, 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 because you're miserable motherfuckers basically trying to get views. You know, like I said, y'all, you know what's so funny? And I'm gonna take it there. Y'all always talking this black shit. Yeah, but that little twat you falling in don't belong to a black woman. Yeah, exactly. And y'all know who y'all are. That's why it's like when y'all talk that shit, I'm like, oh, I get you. So you all pro-black when you talking about fighters and all that. But yet when it comes to where you stick your little nasty ass, smelly little, funky little penis, oh, then it's okay if it's somebody with a different nationality. And correct me if I'm wrong, and I know I'm not wrong, but you so pro-black, but you sat here and discredited and disrespected Jermaine Franklin, who's a black American. Yeah. If Dominic Brazil and his crew would have jumped Deontay Wilder, what you think 7-8 Sports and all these motherfucking Wilder meat riders would be saying? You think they'd be supporting that? Yeah. When Wilder and his team did that shit to Dominic Brazil, jumped that man, and while he was with his wife and kid, did you hear these motherfuckers say anything about Deontay Wilder? Speaking against that shit? Nah, they left that shit alone. Yeah. And they actually took Wilder's side on that shit. It took a crew of people for a professional fighter to jump another professional fighter. You see, y'all, there's an imbalance in life in so many different areas. But again, when y'all listen to me talk, I tell y'all, I'm not gonna be that guy putting myself in a position to try to get a whole bunch of subscribers by just going along with no, I can't. It's not in me to do that. It's just not me. So if I'm not gonna speak the truth, I'm not gonna speak anything. And when you don't have your facts straight and you sitting up here lying to people, and that's the difference with the alphabet boys. They don't give a fuck about the truth. They all about trying to control the narrative and giving you bullshit. But then at the same time, when something goes down and their little predictions is wrong, like all of them that was predicting Wallin to beat AJ, yeah, okay. Now all of a sudden AJ was given the easy fight. But if he would have fought Joseph Parker, well, he already beat Joseph Parker. Oh, but yet Wilder fighting him, oh, it's unfair because Joseph Parker, he's been active. So what? You said he sucked. Again, so was Helene is active. And stupid, Jarell Miller last fight was March 18th of 2023. So he's been active too, dumbass. That was his 4th fight. But Jarell Miller would have been a better choice. You know why he said Jarell Miller? Because the way Dubois beat the shit out of him, and he see the flaws in Jarell Miller, he feel like Deontay probably would have been able to handle Jarell Miller. We don't even know that for sure. We don't even know that for sure. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Because the outcome was Parker dusted him off, schooled him, and showed him. You still got novice skills, man. You can't fuck with me. Now people talking about, man, he should have a rematch with Joseph Parker. Yeah, well, if you want to see him get his ass whooped again, no problem. But at the same time, if he would have won the first time, he wouldn't need the second time now, would he? Right? Same shit y'all said about AJ with Usyk, right? But that was a rematch clause in that. Talked all that shit. Thought AJ was down and out. But just like that, he's back in the hot seat. And now all of a sudden, jealousy, envy. Nah, this can't be. He was supposed to lose. So anyway, just wanted to give y'all that. And yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing AJ and Zhang. And, you know, according to Zhang, he don't think that Dubois and Parker is ready yet. Okay. He could be right. So, maybe on that next card, do we see Zhang versus Parker? Do we see Zhang versus Dubois? And honestly, I would have rather seen Zhang on that card than Jarell Miller. I would have rather seen Jarell. So yeah, I'd have rather seen Zhang on that card. And to be honest with you, yeah, that'd have been a big test for Dubois too, man. That would have been a really big test for Dubois. Like, yeah, Zhang is no joke, and Zhang is 40. So stop crying about Deontay fucking Wilder's age. Usyk is 38. Stop crying about his fucking age. I don't want to hear that shit. And according to Wilder, he's not retiring. He's going to keep fighting. So that being said, you know, Wilder don't want to fight Zhang either. See, y'all got to understand, Wilder got to this point by taking easy fights. I posted a video last year or 2 years ago. It's in my archives. It's all of Deontay Wilder's fucking opponents and where they was ranked. And I'm telling you, the man was holding the WBC belt and was fighting fighters all the way ranked in the 400s. All them title defenses, yeah. That dude was fighting straight garbage. So yeah, he should have been undefeated all that time because these guys was trash. And that's why it's only a handful of people you can think of that Wilder fought. Why? Because more recently, in the fact we have YouTube and you can watch videos over, and you know, there's always somebody putting highlight packages together. They don't even know these names of these fighters that he fought. And bottom line of what I'm saying, see, and my thing is, I point these things out about any fighter. And what I'm looking at with Wilder is like, because his fanboys is so delusional, just like him, that it's like, what do y'all spend y'all time doing during the day? Do y'all just sit up doing like research on this dude? Do y'all be like baking cakes for him or something? Or cause y'all act like Wilder can do no wrong. Anything this man do or say, y'all praise it, but y'all just look for shit to bitch about with other fighters. So, you know, when you look at who was on the card already. So in other words, because Daniel Dubois just got his ass kicked by Usyk, right? That's my point. If they, no matter who, AJ already beat Parker, so they gave him an easy fight. Dubois coming off a loss, so if he would have fought AJ, they gave him an easy fight. They got to give him a guy coming off of a loss. If Derek Chisora would have fought Jarell Miller, they'd have been saying they should have gave Deontay Wilder Derek Chisora. All they trying to not say, like I said earlier, is they should have gave him, Wilder, an easy fight. And that's all they trying to not say. So when you look at the heavyweights that fought, yeah, who was the easiest heavyweight out there? Look, I don't think, and let me say, because I don't know what their deal is with the Saudis. Like, so I don't know like how many fights and what, and after that performance, how they looking at Wilder. I don't know. But For Deontay Wilder to sit here and cry and piss and moan like a little bitch, in terms of business, Wilder's stock has dropped. Okay, we've seen what his pay-per-view numbers did against Hellenius, but and then he gets his ass kicked by Parker. His stock has dropped. Okay? For him to sit here, that's a complete insult. For these people to pay you like they did, okay, and try to do business with you, for you to sit here and agree with this bullshit about they should have gave you Jarell Miller. Because what 7-8 Sports is trying to say, okay, what he's saying is they purposely gave you a tough fight. But he, throughout the years, have always said Joseph Parker ain't shit, he's trash. Wilder's always telling me he could knock everybody out in 2 or 3 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds. So he claimed that Joseph Parker was running from him. Well, if Jermaine Franklin is trash, does it matter that does it matter that Anthony Joshua fought 3 times and stayed active? If the guys he fought was trash, Hellenius wasn't trash when he fought Wilder, but he was trash when he fought AJ. And not to mention that, but even the simple fact that Deontay Wilder could have fought a Jermaine Franklin. See, this is my point. Wilder could have did these things, but why doesn't he? Why doesn't he? What kind of team? What is him and Shelly Finkel got going on over there that everybody's getting opportunities except for Deontay Wilder? Shit, Jermaine Franklin might fuck around and beat Deontay Wilder's ass, because I mean, if you think about it, the boy can box, and Wilder's stamina wasn't the issue. It wasn't the ring rust, the inactivity. No, that wasn't the issue. The motherfucker, and I'm going to say it until you motherfuckers get it, he fought a skillful guy that was able to nullify his amateurish, novice-ass tactics. And in that corner, you heard no urgency from Malik Scott. You heard no real boxing instructions from Malik Scott. And without instructions, Wilder's lost with instructions. Because according to Mark Breland, and you can see, he doesn't listen anyway. He doesn't know how to box. He's stiff as fuck. He's scrawny as shit. And when he puts on weight to try to come in heavy, it's no difference. He's just one-dimensional. So let's say the next fight he had, he tries to put weight on and come in, I'm going to go back to what I was doing with the Seek and Destroy. Bro, you have no skills. And pretty much, if you fight another elite guy, I am confident that Andy Ruiz, look, you see, let me give you a difference with Andy Ruiz and Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker comes in and throws a 1-2, gets in, closes the distance, then lets his hands go inside. Even if it's 1-2. When Andy Ruiz gets inside, he's throwing 5, 6, 7 punch combinations. Wilder's not going to be able to handle that shit. And the way that he fights, trying to fight on the back foot, is ineffective because he can't actually fight on the back foot. He's just moving around. That's all he's doing. He's not fighting. You don't fucking think that a fighter knows when somebody's a threat? Of course they know. Of course they know. So bottom line, he'd have problems with Andy Ruiz. He'd have problems with, that's the whole point. When it comes to the elite guys, I don't give a fuck how much you like him or not, or I like him or not. It's the reality. Those styles are going to bother him because these guys can actually fight. And that's what the minions are not going to say, but it doesn't matter. That's what the reality is. And until this dude learns how to do anything, that 38, what is he going to do? What is he going to do different? So all of this shit that's coming out of his mouth now, when somebody put the nail in his coffin in that ring, and you know what would be funny if it ended up being AJ doing it? Because AJ did say, with or without a belt, he'll still fight Wilder. He wants to fight Wilder. He wants to be able to fight everybody from his era. Wilder claiming that shit, but yet he turns down the fight. I won't be able to say I fought everybody in my era. Wait, then why'd you turn down the fight with Ruiz? 3 fucking fights with Fury. 2 fucking fights with Ortiz. And if Ortiz would have beat Andy Ruiz, that would have been 3 fights with him. Total of 6 fights between 2 people. And you and Fury, like I said, was trying to freeze out Anthony Joshua, and that shit backfired on both of y'all. on both of y'all. And you see that his bald-headed ass has been quiet this whole time. Well, just saying, y'all. I read comments and people were saying shit like, I think like Wilder beat Fury for the fourth time. Y'all saw the Ngannou fight. And then here come Wilder, comes and get his ass embarrassed and get his ass kicked too. So y'all don't have a leg to stand on. Y'all just say shit. Y'all saying what y'all want to see happen. Well, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know who's gonna fight who next. I do believe that we're gonna get AJ versus Urkovich for that IBF title. But at the end of the day, let me tell y'all something. In this game of boxing, in this sport of boxing, it's the type of thing where it's as much of a chance of something not happening as it is a positive. And looking at what happened over there in Saudi Arabia, that right now it's looking like for us to get the type of quality fights that we would like to see, that it's going to have to happen there. Unless somebody over here just decides to wake up and, hey man, we're going to start doing the same thing. You know, so what I was, you know, also looking at too, you know, this is the other night, matter of fact, Saturday night, late night, I was looking at how when they were showing like the training videos, you notice like you never see Wilder hit a speed bag, you never see him jogging, you never see like a variety of his training. You always see him either hitting the mitt, hitting them little foam sticks, or shadow boxing. You never see him like doing anything technique wise to build his stamina, his strength, like nothing. Like I ain't talking about little shit like stretching or that little, you know, I'm talking like boxing techniques. You don't ever see anything different from him. So when you are saying things like Anthony Joshua is going to fail, he's confused, he's had 3 trainers in 1 year, all this shit, right? Ben Davidson's not going to be able to make a difference. How wrong you all were. And y'all been saying that, hoping and praying and wishing. And even though, like I said, I saw little subtle changes from the first fight with Usyk to the second fight to the Jermaine Franklin fight, like all that. And I've been seeing like those little, you know, subtle changes, things he's doing different to the Hellenius fight and all. And all of a sudden, he like a whole new fighter Saturday night, right? But y'all said he couldn't change. I've been saying Wilder has been the same guy for years. He's not going to change because he's comfortable with what he's doing. He doesn't have it in to do anything else different. And then he sits on the interview and says, well, it's back to the basics. You know, like when you knocking these guys out easy, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no need for all that training and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to get it. He said out of his own mouth, the guys that he fought, Wilder said he's been able to get away with his lack of training with the guys he fought. Did he not say that? Yes, he did. Yeah. So in other words, these dudes can't test me. So yeah, I slack on my training because as soon as I hit him, it's over. And you got me with Fury. And you know what? When I watched Luis Ortiz hurt him in that first fight, he had Wilder all over the ring. The ref could have stopped that shit because it was like 20-something unanswered punches. But do y'all remember the start of the 7th round? When the doctor came over there, the referee came over there and was checking on Wilder. I'm like, what the fuck is he checking on him for? Man, this motherfucker ain't get cut. He ain't get knocked down. He ain't swollen. What the fuck is he checking? Buying him time. Now let Anthony Joshua had been in the fight and the same thing happened. And you tell me that people wouldn't be saying, oh man, why is he checking on Anthony Joshua? What's the, right? Under the same circumstances, you tell me they wouldn't have. So, we expect the stupidity, the favoritism, the ignorance, but I'm always going to be here to kick that shit right square up its ass. So, I wanted to get this video out to you guys, man, and you know, like I said, this Christmas, we sitting here chilling, relaxing. I don't know if I'm going to do any more videos today. I don't know. Depends on what I see. But I'm just chilling, relaxing, not doing anything strenuous, just enjoying this day. Understand what I mean? So, anyway, y'all, talk to me in the comment section. What y'all see happening next for Wilder? I'm like dead ass serious. What do y'all see happening next for Wilder? Because I'm telling you, at his age, he don't have time to keep buying. I believe Wilder's going to get fucked up bad by somebody, and he's gonna. You see, he don't want to fight a Frank Sanchez. He don't want to fight these dangerous dudes. He can talk all that shit he want, but Frank can crack. All these dudes can crack, and he don't want to fight real threats. He don't. And believe me, in his mind, so ask why did he accept to fight Joseph Parker? Because even with Joseph Parker's last win, he got the knockout, but what was people saying? Yeah, man, but that guy he fought wasn't nobody. Man, Joseph Parker's done. Yeah, that's what y'all was depending on. And that shit backfired. Tell me what y'all think about Zhang. I mean, there's a lot of fights I can see him picture and think about who he could possibly fight in Saudi. They talk about putting another card together, another big card in Saudi. And, yeah, I mean, tell me what y'all think about that fight. Zhang and AJ rematch. Tell me what y'all think about Deontay Wilder, though. Like, what do you already think is next for him? Because according to him, he's not retiring. So, do y'all think that Wilder is going to wind up finally getting that fight with somebody really just knock him out? Not just beat him up and win off points, but really stretch him out. I mean, Wilder, fight Efe Ajagba. Fight somebody. What's the other American dude that never fucking fights? This dude, I always forget his name. I forget about him. Michael Hunter. When the last time y'all seen Michael Hunter fight? So what if they try to make a fight between Wilder and Michael Hunter? I don't know when the last time he fought or what he does. But if Wilder was to accept that fight, you know 7-8 Sports would make excuses for him, right? Like, so if this dude has been inactive or whatever, I don't know. But he make excuses. And Michael Hunter, I forget all about him. I forget about this dude because I don't see him. Then one day, all of a sudden, he pops up on your screen like, oh, damn, I forgot all about Michael Hunter. Who would y'all like to see Wilder fight next? Okay, he lost, but he got 12 rounds in the bag. He needs to stay active. And he's not talking about who he want next. See, he's still sitting here in excuse mode. And this is one of the reasons Wilder will never get better. Because nobody has the heart to say, man, you suck as a boxer. You need some fucking skills. That right hand is not always going to be there. You see it failed you. My timing was off this day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, right. Who y'all want to see him fight next? Listen, I don't think it's going to happen, but I want to see him fight Efe Ajagba next. Or Frank Sanchez. I want to see him fight another top guy. Because if it's all about, okay, I got the 12 rounds in, now I'm good. I just need to, you know what I'm saying, sharpen up a little, whatever he's saying about himself. No, yeah, I want to see him fight another top guy. See, Wilder is trying to preserve himself, hoping he's going to be put in the title picture. That's what he was trying to do. But who y'all want to see him fight? Put their names in the comment section. Who y'all want to see him fight? I would like to see him fight Efe, because Efe is another tall guy that can punch too. Efe has his flaws as well, but I would like to see him fight Efe. And do y'all think Wilder's going to come in 214 again, or do y'all think he's going to try to go back to like 230 and try to get heavy and try to come back to trying to work off the jab and throw the right hand? And who would y'all like to see him do that against? I say Efe. I would really want to see Frank Sanchez. I say Frank Sanchez knocks him out cold. Frank Sanchez knocks Deontay Wilder out, flat out. Efe can knock him out. I say Efe because of the height similarities and stuff and all, but I say Frank Sanchez is who I want to see him fight. One of them two. Now, I want to see him fight Andy Ruiz because that's the fight he was supposed to have. That's the fight I would want to see him have overall, because that's who he was supposed to fight. He just got beat by Parker, and I believe that instead of him fighting another top quality guy, they're gonna try to find some low tier motherfucker that they might even try to fucking get Derek Chisora. Hey, how about one more fight, Derek? And all these 7-8 Sports and these guys will praise it and make excuses for it as usual. Because I can't really see Wilder calling out nobody that's really worth a damn. All I see him doing is just talking shit, trying to keep his name relevant. But let me know who y'all want to see him fight. I say, put it to you like this. I'm going to give y'all the top 5. And then y'all let me know who y'all want to see him fight. In whatever order. I would rather see him first, Andy Ruiz. Because I feel like he owes Andy that fight. Andy fought 2 title eliminations to his 1, and he still couldn't get him in the ring. Okay. I would say 2, Frank Sanchez. 3, F.A. Ajaba. Now 4 and 5, I would say Zhang or Joe Joyce. That will be the 5 people who I would want to see him fight one of. He come, like, you know, because he's not going to fight all 5 of them, if any of them, for one, you know. But those 5 choices is what I say, because for namesake, I get sick of these guys just trying to talk their way into a title shot, trying to you know, act as if there's some big asset to boxing and all this. I'm the most exciting. I'm this. Okay. So put your weight back on. Well, according to you and Malik Scott, that your best weight was 214, and all you did was came in there and ran around and fought a dumbass strategy, and I couldn't figure out why the fuck you thought that was cool to do. But then I realized who you are, and I said, yeah, I know why he thought it was cool to do. Well, I know why Malik Scott thought it was cool to do. But those 5 guys would be my choice of pick out of those 5 right there. I think he'd try to find one of the weakest dudes that maybe have some type of little name, some type of, or no name at all. Just the point, and they'll say he just want to stay busy. That's what they'll say. Matter of fact, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Jermaine Franklin. Straight up. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Jermaine Franklin. But those 5 that I named, it will be one of those 5 as my choice that I would want to see him fight either one of them. But in that order, like of who I want to see him fight the most. Because I know he ain't fighting, like I said, I know he ain't going to fight all 5 of them, if any of them. But yeah, that will be my choice. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight a Jermaine Franklin, man. Because let me tell y'all something, right? When you look at his style, that's just what he does and how it's worked for him. You still will get to see how when a guy knows how to box, that bullshit he's doing is just not working anymore. And Jermaine Franklin has been quiet since his last fight. So, you know what I'm saying? Since 7-8 Sports is talking shit like Jermaine Franklin is garbage, okay. Everybody that Wilder won't fight is garbage. But when AJ beat them, they're garbage. But now somebody that AJ just beat you that you call garbage, so then what does that make Wilder? I'm pretty sure if the roles were reversed and Wilder was in AJ's position, but he's Wilder, American, all that, but he did, and he 2-time unified champ, all that shit, and AJ was the limited one and up. There's no way in fuck that 7-8 Sports would be sitting there not pointing these things out about AJ. It's just a favoritism thing, y'all. And I don't respect these motherfuckers, man, because they talk all this black shit, but they choose what black person that they're gonna get behind, and then they say fuck the rest of them. So they're not even real. They just talk all that shit, but they're selective with their own black people. But they always talking that, oh man, but you know, we got to stick together, man. Black people don't support each other. No, motherfucker, you talk shit. You just sat here and disrespected Jermaine Franklin. I've heard you disrespect Adrian Broner. I've heard you sit back. I've said flat out, Adrian Broner's finished. He's fucking up his own life. I'm speaking on what he does. I'm speaking on the reality. You say he's a loser, and anybody that support him is a fucking loser. He's a loser in life. He's a bum ass nigga. You said that. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not talking about these motherfuckers' personal lives and who they date, and I don't care about none of that shit. I'm talking about what they do in the ring, and as far as the shit that Adrian gets in, well, it's not shit that I have to go and look into. It's all over the net. You know, so everybody knows the shit he does. And they see how he's fucking up. But I mean, you just bash, all that's what they do. They select which black people that they gonna get behind, and then they say fuck the rest of them. But then you got motherfuckers talking about how we need to stick together, we don't stand together, and yeah, AJ got a whole country behind him. Like AJ don't face racism. Like he don't have people that look at him different because of his skin tone and all that. Yeah, stop that shit, man. Stop it. So, again, let me know how y'all feel about Wilder. What y'all think is next for him. Who would y'all like to see him fight? And also, do y'all think, like I said, he's going to come in next fight a lot heavier? Or is he going to, you think he's going to come in? Because that's 214 shit means he want to move and try to be quick. And that shit just don't suit Wilder. It really doesn't suit him. But y'all let me know. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all in the next video.